Willie D Live.
So, check. I'm gonna tell you the whole story so you understand. So Ye was doing beats for Rockefeller at the time.
Okay.
Right? And we was at this show. Shout out to Big Cap, rest in peace. Who else? Who was there? Flex was there, I think. Chuck Chill Out, all of them was out there at the time. We was at Madison Square Garden. And Ludacris, it was a show for Ludacris at Madison Square Garden. And you heard of this artist, Cap One from Chicago back in the days? Okay, he was an artist there. He was there too.
Okay.
So we was all in the cypher, and Ye started rapping, I started rapping, and then it was like a cypher going on. And this is young Kanye at the time, and it was so deep because he was like, "Man, you got some bars, bro. Here, take my number down. I make beats." And after that, he walked over to his car, and I saw that his car was a U-Haul truck at the time. So me and him had started talking, and
Kanye car his vehicle was a U-Haul truck.
That was his vehicle. He was grinding, bro, and he had a drum machine in there.
Did he work for U-Haul, or he bought an old U-Haul truck?
Nah, I think from what he had said, he was coming from Chicago, right? And he just came from Chicago, so he was living in Jersey, but then he was working, back and forth, coming from the labels and the studios in Manhattan. So, this is young, struggling Kanye.
So he just decided to keep the U-Haul
and move
around so much.
And with a beat machine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's another artist we was talking about when you said an artist that came from here and went poof. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's another one.
Yeah. What was that cipher like? Do you remember what you said in the cipher?
Nah, I don't even remember it. But
come on, dog. You really you serious? You don't remember?
I don't I don't even remember it. I don't think he remember what he spit. You know what I'm saying? But
does anybody have video?
At that time, I don't think camera phones or anything was out. Nah, I don't know that. I know
camera phones may not have been out, but cameras were out.
That'd be ill if somebody caught that. That'd be
video
amazing.
Cameras were out.
Yeah, that'd been amazing. We got to put Chuck Chill Out on that one and see if he had any cameras out that day. Yeah.
Okay, we don't have video. What we do have is your best recollection, and I'm pretty sure you know the answer to this.
What's this? I gotta hear this one.
Did you smash him?
Kanye?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my thing. That's what made him give me his number and say, yeah. He's like, bro, you got some balls, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you saw him later spitting, what were you thinking?
I was like, this is Kanye before the accident too.
Before the wire
and everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just sitting back to seeing him evolve, you know what I'm saying? Like a Nipsey, that when they evolve, it's something special because it's like they become superheroes. It's a whole nother version of them from what you see. It's like Clark Kent turning into Superman. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And some people would overlook you when you're not known or you don't have a name per se. So it takes a very special person to see that in you when nobody else sees it.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I just sat back like, wow. It was amazing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted that at the time. But, God's grace,
What was your goal when you got into the industry? Was it to become a music exec, or was it to become a rapper, or just to get in and work in some type of capacity and earn a living and doing what you love to do?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And to kind of give hope to young artists, like how the Damon Dash, the Russell Simmons, You know what I'm saying? They're for artists.
Mhm.
You know, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself starting a new label and putting out artists? Because you're working with a lot of artists. There's got to be a itch there.
I got one right here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Trey for a baby.
Trade for a Baby. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when should we expect something?
He got something special in him, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, we working on that. We putting that together.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
where is he out of?
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time. Has North Carolina produced any hip hop? Oh, J.
Baby.
Cole, right?
The baby, J. Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's a, it's a
Okay,
gang
so
of them.
it's time. It's time.
It's
for
a gang of
another
them. They building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
one. Yeah. Isn't North Carolina where they have that that big is it a convention or a festival or something like where they have a whole lot of artists every year? Is it North Carolina or South Carolina? It's probably not. It can't be South Carolina. It's got to be
probably
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
They have a big, like I think a convention. or
Dreamville?
something.
Dreamville?
No, it's initials.
Oh, it's initial.
It's initials. It's like a
Not G-Ho, right?
no.
Because I know that's college.
CAA or something.
C-I-double-A.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it went to Baltimore for a little. I don't know if it's coming back, but yeah.
They moved it from
They
North
moved-
Carolina to
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you go?
Nah, I didn't go to the B-more, but I enjoyed the North Carolina one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna remain independent, or are you gonna pivot over to the majors? You know, with what you're going with your current projects.
Eventually. Yeah, eventually. But independent is where it's at, especially now.
Yeah.
Before, it was a little tougher, but now, when your likes, your streams go up, that's when the deals come.
Yeah.
I watched Nori do that with Drink Champs. And, you know what I mean? And such as what you doing also, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because, yeah, eventually, you keep going, what happens?
Yeah.
It pops.
Yeah.
That's with anything.
Yeah. Again, I talked about seeing you on the scene. You've been on the scene a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have any trepidation about being on the scene, like going out, being out in the public around these youngsters who are so hot-headed? A lot of times these youngsters are hot-headed, and they solve arguments with guns.
Yeah.
They don't want to fight anymore. Everybody just want to pull out a gun.
Yeah.
Do you have any reservations at all about being in that environment, and what do you do to protect yourself?
It's it's how you talk to them. You know what I mean? Number one. And number two, these 3 letters on my neck is respected. I think we was the first non-violent street dudes that ever did it non-violently at that level. You know what I mean? Until other circumstances played different parts. But that's the streets. But I think we are respected, man. And I think one person I'm gonna thank right now is 50 for doing what he do. He made us corporate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, with the series.
How's the series going?
It's going good. I mean, it's the 3rd season. I'm not too involved in that aspect, but yeah, it's going good. I'm proud of Lil Bros for what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like to me, like with a series like that, law enforcement would be like licking their chops, like trying to harass anybody that might be remotely involved, because they like the idea. Like law enforcement in America, not just law enforcement, but people in America, they love gangsters. They love gangsters, but they don't like celebrating like black gangsters. They don't like when a black gangster is celebrated or even just recognized.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not saying you should go around waving a flag for being a gangster, but I'm just saying, like America has a long history of recognizing, not just recognizing, but celebrating gangsters, white gangsters.
Mm.
But when it's a black guy who has been identified as a gangster or whatever, they like, oh, no, we're not showing that.
Mm.
We're not, because they don't they don't want you to feel like you have the power to take life and not directions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there any like has there been any type of issues at all? You know, with the show. You know, having that type of popularity that they have, and where they're targeting anybody that's involved.
I think for the most part, I think it'll be real ignorant for them to take the actors and make them feel like they are real actual BMF members. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As actors. So, you know, that'd be, you know, that wouldn't even sit right. You know what I mean? Of course, you're gonna get profiled if you're part of a movement like that. You know what I mean? But it's how you move, I really believe it's your energy, it's what you put into it, it's how you move with it, it's who you interact with. Like I said, I'm part of the entertainment side, so you know what I mean. Anything else, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
How do we take that side? How do we take the entertainment side and, you know, the legit side of, you know, being in a gang, right? Because there is a legitimate side to being in a gang, right?
Yeah.
So how do we take that and impress that upon our now generation and, you know, let them know, like, look, yeah, we're a gang, but we're basically like the Black Panthers. We are a gang, but we are a gang for the community. We're a gang for the betterment of our people, not the destruction.
Yeah.
How do you convey that to the youngsters?
It's what BMF Speedy, big homie BMF Speedy told me, right? Shout out to Speedy, shout out to KP, my cousin, Freak AP. For me, he said it's brothers moving forward, BMF.
Okay.
It's Black Mafia family.
Yeah.
But it's brothers moving forward. So I say it's the same thing I'm trying to do with little bro, with Trey 4 Baby right now, to give him hope. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you don't open up certain doors for the youth, opportunities, how they gonna know it even exists? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So how they gonna even think that they can even move forward and become something other than what we know, being drug dealers, basketball players, you know, the norm, rappers. But it's hope. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those was able to feed their family and change lives. You know what I'm saying? Like the Freeway Ricky Ross. You know?
Yeah.
Shout out to them too.